Alright, hello, good evening, travelers and adventurers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Your Lives. I'm your host and DM. Welcome everyone. How you doing?
Good evening.
Doing good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Doing all right.
How's
I actually
everyone
called
doing?
out of work today, so I'm doing good.
Oh,
Oh, you're doing the best amongst all of us.
for real though.
Wish I did that.
Yeah,
Oh, same.
honestly.
Oh,
Could have slept all day.
Actually though. Do we have a sound check from anybody?
That's probably a good idea.
Give me a sec.
If any mods want to hop on over.
Yeah. I'm not in yet.
Just so we know.
We're sounding good.
We're sounding good?
And to my end, but double
Everybody
check is
should
always
do a
good.
little test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2.
You know what we really need to do this test is we need some proper ASMR.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta get a beverage for that. Hold on.
To stop encouraging
Excellent.
him.
Why? It's good.
Check
You're the only one who doesn't like it. You're
It's
outvoted.
loud and coarse.
This
it
is a
gets
democracy.
everywhere.
This is a democracy, and you are in the minority. I'm sorry.
Coarse and it's rough. When did we
It's coarse
decide
and
this
it's
was a
rough.
democracy?
I mean,
I
if you
did
pay
just
me
now.
$1, I can make a bureau.
I did just now. Very democratic of you to unilaterally
If I pay you
decide this is
$1?
democracy.
Yes, pay me money and I will change decisions in
Ha-
the world.
Oh,
Ah,
all
All right,
I think you
here's
were
here's the tab opening.
Oh, let's hear it.
Ooh,
I
don't
crisp.
mind. I like the
That
tab.
was super crisp.
I'm on board
Yeah.
with that. This next part is what I jump off.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Thank you, Steven.
We just lost 5
Welcome.
followers.
So for today's small talk, everybody, I've got one thing on my mind, and I want y'all's opinions on it too. What do y'all think about Renaissance festivals?
Very good.
Oh,
10 out of
love
10.
big fan.
They're enjoyable.
Absolutely fantastic.
bomb.com.
Never been to
But they
one.
seem enjoyable. I
Really?
haven't been. I'm going soon, I think.
Looks cool though.
They
It
are
looks-
very fun. If you,
I
for those
love
who
'em.
have been, what's your favorite event or part or what?
I think my favorite part is getting, well, I guess it would be a two-parter, is being able to create a fun outfit and get drunk. Yeah, in public.
Is that it?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I'm
going to suggest the drinking aspect.
not kidding when I say that I am doubling on that one because putting a fun little Renaissance outfit on and getting drunk off of mead is just it's goaded.
You're
There's
doubling
something special
down.
about it.
Some would say.
Third part is then going and playing the games while you're completely
Oh, the
Oh yeah,
games, the
amazing.
Although-
Because everything's
although-
so much more exciting when you're drunk.
except for when you accidentally hit the upright post when you're trying to do the archery and the arrow bounces back at you at high speed.
Holy
Well,
shit.
what about when you did the strength tournament thing and didn't you get it to the very top? When
Me
you
and,
smacked the hammer down?
Yeah.
I thought you and Gonzo did it.
I had my moment as well.
Yours was really high too, though, Derek.
Yeah,
And
his
then
hit
Derek,
the bell,
didn't you
I
do?
I hit the bell. I did hit the bell.
Yeah,
I
didn't you
thought.
also do
No one's
the
taking
knife
this from
throwing,
me.
Derek?
I never tried the knife throwing, but I want to try that this year.
didn't
I
do
tried
it
the
like
knife
that.
throwing. It is difficult. I do not have that risk.
Knife throwing is tough. That's why I prefer hatchet throwing.
Yeah, I did an axe throwing at a Celtic festival once and sunk one in the log. That was pretty cool.
Nice. I think the
I'd
only
like to
little
try
event
that.
thing that I did the last time we went was I did the archery. I sucked ass at it.
Oh, I would so do that.
Good.
Have you ever?
Not well, but I would do it.
Have you ever seen someone throw the hatchet and then throw the second hatchet and it impales in the back of the first hatchet?
Oh,
That's
like
not.
It's
Robin
kind
Hood
of wild.
style?
High end.
Yeah, and the people tend to get very, very upset at whoever does that because they're like, you just ruined a perfectly good hand.
Well, in that case, they should take each hatchet out after, just in case someone's really, really good at hatchet throwing.
Okay, lightning round. We're gonna throw it. You're gonna take it out as soon as they get it on.
So
all right?
yeah,
And
I'm not gonna
go.
stop. I'm gonna throw it as you're trying to take it out.
It's target practice.
You better be quick.
Or else.
You almost had it.
This is your next training for dodgeball.
If you can
Odd.
dodge a hatchet, you can dodge a ball.
I mean, it's true.
Well, that being
Yeah.
said, I have a little something I want. And because tomorrow's my birthday, and I have a birthday decree.
Yahoo!
Birthday.
Oh, don't you do it. Don't you
That's
do
my
it.
birthday decree.
Oh god, I knew
What
it
is
was
it?
coming.
It's
Where
big
is it?
shots.
Oh, can I just
Oh,
take a
can
big
I
gulp?
chug my wine
Ugh.
instead?
Yep, you can finish your drink
Oh
instead.
my gosh.
I don't know if I can finish.
Wow, that
That's,
was loud.
Oh my god, that's a lot of wine. Okay.
Yeah, this is a tall boy.
Oh, you got a
Yeah, I
tall
poured
one.
a giant glass, so I will
Oh.
drink a really big gulp.
I
I'm
got
going
so
to put a
punchy.
shot in my coffee, and then I'll finish my coffee.
Oh, coffee sounds so good.
Speaking of birthdays, it is also one of our followers' birthdays apparently, and I only know this
Oh.
because it's in their Discord description. I'm not
Oh, yeah,
Oh?
it's Foxy's
stalking them or
birthday
anything.
today.
Yes.
Foxy's birthday is today?
Happy
Yep.
birthday,
Oh.
Foxy!
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy
I heard they also
birthday.
want us to take a shot.
Oh,
Oh,
I
my
heard it.
no.
I heard it
God.
vicariously through them.
Everyone take 16 shots right now.
I'm frightened.
All right, I'm gonna take this shot. Cheers,
I will
everybody.
Me too. Cheers, my
Chug
friend.
this.
I actually have a
Cheers.
little shooter of 8 p.m. that I'll take. It's like a whiskey. shooter.
Oh.
I'm going to enjoy my coffee slowly, but it does have a shot in it.
Whew.
That was a really big gulp.
I got a bottle of rum for this occasion for just D&D, and I'm almost out.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I think we
Cheers.
Like
fucked
through
up
the
one.
sessions. Through the sessions.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
that is not
Cheers.
smooth. Fuck.
Playing D&D with you guys has re-upped my tolerance for alcohol.
There you go, buddy.
Nothing
One
will
day,
ever
Art.
be as bad as the time when we played Drunk Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
And like I
What
think
were
that's
the
one of the
rules?
only times
Just
I've
drink
actually
for
thrown up.
everything?
Oh my god. Winter.
Yeah.
It was someone we work with birthday today.
It was Julia's birthday, I know. I didn't know that until about an hour ago.
Oh my god.
I know I feel like a dickhead. I should have said happy birthday, but I didn't know.
Just
Find
say
where
like,
they
oh, happy
live.
birthday! Oh wait, that was yesterday? No, I
find
could've
where
sworn
they
you told
live
me.
and show up to their house right now.
You happy belated and bring her like a little.
That's why
breakfast,
she had
like,
the fucking bouquet of
grape or
flowers
something.
today. Yeah, you're right. Do something belated. I
Yeah,
feel
we
bad.
gotta bring something
Bring her
tomorrow.
like a nice donut or a breakfast tart or something, you know.
Maybe we'll hit the cafe before we clock in and like
Oh,
get her
for
something.
sure.
That's a good idea.
Ooh, then
Yeah.
I can buy you something too.
No.
Ooh.
Yes.
So, would you guys like to get started?
Nah, I think I'm gonna pass tonight.
I'm
Okay.
pretty good. I'm too tipsy for this.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We
Next
had a
week,
fun
guys.
time while I
Wait,
watched it.
What is
All right,
everybody
see you next
drinking,
week, then.
by the way?
Great session, everyone.
What is everyone drinking tonight?
Whiskey sour.
Chardonnay.
I have
Sam
a,
Adams Summer Ale.
A
An
pale ale
espresso.
with orange zest
Ooh, that smells
Yeah.
delicious.
Ooh.
from a local, I guess, brewer.
What's it called?
I have a local brewery also drinking a hard cider from them.
Oh.
Nice.
A local
I had the
brewery.
option of doing one of those, but I was deciding on coffee instead.
I seriously
Now
want
it has
some.
a shot or two in it.
Wait, so this
Well, you
brewery,
know what? Then you're getting the best of both worlds.
this brewery also had a cider donut, like
Ooh.
beer, and I was like, it's just a little early for that. Like another
I'd
month, I
drink
would have
it.
jumped on
My
that.
brother gave me. I was at my brother's place the other day, and he's a beer guy, and he was like, "Look in the fridge, take what you want." And I rubbed my hands together dastardly and said, "Don't mind if I do," and I took a bunch. And one of
As
them
you
was this
should.
like cinnamon bun, like
Ooh,
beer that sounded really good, and I can't wait to try it.
I
It was
had
like
a
a white
Nice.
stout of, I think.
I had a monkey bread, like a banana monkey bread beer not too long ago. That was pretty
Ooh.
delicious.
Don't
The
wanna
person-
be your monkey bread.
You know-
Foo Fighters. All right. Anyway,
I
Thank you.
loved the Foo Fighters growing up. Absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10.
yeah, David Grohl seems pretty cool too. All right. On
Alright,
that note-
guys. So, shall we get a. On that note of Dave Grohl, shall we get that session recap going?
David Grohl, then we're ready
Let's
to
do
roll.
it.
Yeah, let's recap it up. Session 11 on August 21st, 2023. Spiders descended upon the town as Arania finished her speech and vanished, attacking the townsfolk and seeking to destroy Nothome. The town was colored with bursts of eldritch blasts, flashes of steel, magic missiles, and radiant bolts of energy as the party fired off offensive spells, encouraged members of the town to take a stand, and defended its denizens. The party additionally learned the true identity of Clive, who was a tiefling that also helped the village. Despite the party's noble efforts and valor in combat, Mistani, the tiefling barkeeper, and Feyre, the abbey's librarian, fell dead along with a few others in what appeared to be a town-wide attack. Curiously, Feyre had also risen following her death pardon me. Curiously, Feyre had risen following her death as a shambling zombie, the cause of which could not be precisely surmised, but Alvara did feel a bit of energy suggesting some greater power, perhaps a curse. As Audrin and other members of the party sought to revive a fallen Mistani to no avail, the party was confronted by the mayor, who sought additional information as to what they knew of Arania. And that is where we left off.
Dun, dun.
Alright, thank you for that recap.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. You always do a great job.
Thank you.
Indeed.
So,
Thank you.
where we last left our heroes. The battle in Nothome had just about silence fell across the town. Audrin had a once with us Miss Donnie as he was trying to rapidly find a solution for this conundrum while the Amir approached all of you, asking, "Who are you? Explain yourselves."
All
What is the party currently doing?
Who me is
Huffing and
currently,
puffing like we just did the Cupid Shuffle for the first time.
Umi is sitting cross-legged, trying to channel Miss Donnie's spirit. See if they could buy a little bit more time.
Okay. Everyone
Mina
else?
is going to go around and try to heal as many people as they can, and make sure everyone's like okay.
Okay.
We're just ignoring the mayor.
I'm looking at the mayor right now. Alvara,
I wonder if... Yeah, go ahead.
Alvara, having, did her investigation, she kind of came over here to collect herself and is kind of standing right across from the mayor right now. And she's just going to look at him with sort of, not really a sorrow in her eyes, but more of a concern over the events that just transpired. And just say, perhaps it is best if we talked somewhere more privately.
So the mayor looks to you and he's looking around to all of you and says, "That might be for the best, but for now there are severe matters to attend." His eyes start scanning around the town, trying to take in the damage and what has happened here. And as his eyes pass around to every scene around, his then fall to a bright orange tiefling that is standing in front of Audrin, who Audrin had been inquiring to. As the mayor locks eyes to Clive, he looks to him and he goes, "Galloway, I don't know what it is that you're trying to do here, but please," and he sees Miss Donnie's body, says, just let things be. Don't make this worse for us." And Galloway then turns to him and he says, "Mayor, I really think I can help. Please, just let me try." And he looks to you, Audrin.
Mm-hmm.
With Miss Donnie at your... Are you still holding her, or is she laying down?
He's holding her, but as he hears this, he would place her gently in the grass and then take one knee and kind of look at formerly known as Clive expectingly.
He nods to you and see his hands are starting to shake a little. As you all observe, you can see he approaches Ms. Donnie's body and he gets down onto... He begins shuffling through a little pouch he has at his hip, and out of it he pulls out a pinch of salt, copper coins. And as he begins to set the coins on top of each of her eyes and sprinkling the salt, he mutters an incantation, and with a warm light that seems to flash around her. That's it. And then he looks to you and says, to you, Audrey, says, we need to bind these coins to her eyes. They can't fall off or the incantation will fail, but I think this is gonna buy her some time. It's not much, but it's a start.
Okay, so Audrin is very quick to tear a little strip of cloth off of the sash at his waist, and he's gonna kind of tie it like a blindfold around her eyes to keep them steady for the time being. And he's gonna look up to formerly Clive, and he's gonna say, "I don't feel you. I know you nearly as well as I should, but I owe you thanks, and I think she will too in time."
He nods and he goes, I have a lot of, I guess explaining, for you folk and for, and he looks to the mayor who is just staring daggers kind of at him as the mayor kind of approaches the situation. What are you even doing parading around town as a human? What is going on here? I just wanted to be part of it tonight. I didn't know this was gonna happen, and it's Donnie.
Was he a part of this?
Like a part of
Somehow?
the festival.
Oh, I see.
Do you,
Well, why would he feel the need to? I mean, there's all kinds of. We accept tieflings here. Why would he feel the need to disguise himself?
Ask.
I think I will. I guess since I'm here behind Elvira, I'll move over here to sort of insert myself into the conversation and say, Clive, you are no longer human. Or you no longer appear human. Why did you feel the need to disguise yourself so?
He looks to you and he goes, well, I guess it's a pleasure to meet all of you, gross circumstances, but my name's Galloway. I live, at least I did. I wasn't allowed to enter the magic competitions after last year, so I thought...
It clicks now that he set the fire in the magic competition.
Oh, right, that did happen.
The mayor now looks to Ms. Donnie, he's looking around to all of you. Looks back to Galloway. So what's the plan now? What do you want to do with her? Is this truly gonna help? Like, where are you going to go with this corpse? And Galloway just kind of... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna pipe up a little bit as he stands back to his feet and dusts off his long jacket. He's kind of gonna be like, "Father over there was telling us that there's a clergy over in a larger city up north. Figure, might as well make our way up there. Maybe we can find some proper help."
Galloway raises a hand to this and he goes, I actually, I was gonna suggest Balverden. I think I might know somebody.
Avara's gonna pipe up here, given that she's sort of on this conversation also on the outskirts, and just go, "Oh, excuse me, but are we really going to change the entire trajectory of our course for this innkeeper while her passing is tragic? We have someone here who has committed a great crime against this town. Orania must answer for what she's done."
Well, on the one hand, we are on the way to Balruden, but I do understand lugging a corpse. I mean, if do we think it would be a potential revival is even possible?
Do you think I could bring her brother over? Because I feel like he should have a say in what's going on, or at least know. Because would he, being all the way over here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, how would he feel about
He's
us
probably
taking
wondering where his sister is at this point.
taking
I will
his
say you
sister's
can leave
corpse across the
Maliminos over
country?
here. At the current time, he was being inspected by guards, considering he was part of the fray.
Okay.
But
Audrin did ask permission to
Yeah.
bring this corpse over here.
and
He's
he
Yeah.
did give
well
you the
aware.
permission. So
Yeah.
Maliminos then approaches and he sees
Melimenos'
her
blessing.
now with her eyes, I guess, binded, and her just laying still on the ground. He's kind of kneeling down next to her. And he puts his hand on her forehead, and you see tears falling from the bridge of his nose down into the soil beneath the spot.
Oh. Also, did anyone... I know there's a lot happening, but did anyone really care that, Granny Apples wasn't Granny Apples?
I will say, you got quite a bit of looks, but considering the amount of death that just happened around all of you, it seems like the guard and the people themselves are more concerned about getting everybody. Though you are getting just the strangest of looks, as you kind of as a changeling, you look a little unworldly and ghastly yourself. People are giving you quite untrusting glances.
Showing up after an attack too.
Okay. So, Humi is basically going to read the room, and they're going to stay nice and close to. Yeah, let's go with Audrin.
Run up behind him like, please.
Yes, basically.
Right?
Well, at least you weren't the only one that transformed.
Yes.
Truly, yeah.
It's true. Okay. So you had proposed to everyone, why would you care about a bartender so much? Does anyone respond to that?
I mean,
Yeah, I would like to say I understand that it could be a difficult journey, but I mean, these are good people. And for someone to lose their sibling, potentially the only family they have, I mean, that's horrific. If we can change that, if there's any possibility that we could bring her back, why wouldn't we?
Didn't somebody else die too? Are we just gonna
A lot
leave
of people
them?
died.
a lot of
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now, the one other person that did die for sure was
thought it
the
was one other.
librarian. The
Yeah.
librarian turned
Which
into
she
a
was a
putrefied
zombie.
zombie. No one else really died in this attack. It was only 2 people. One
No,
being
there were
the
undead.
rest
a lot
of the
of
town was
townspeople
attacked.
who got
There was
hit.
there
and
was at
people were
least a
dead.
guard.
Oh yeah, the guard, the zombie. Well, now the librarian, now zombie, and Miss Danya. But was there anybody else, or was it just those three?
When we rolled insight before, the DM said there was like a town-wide attack, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming there were probably other deaths elsewhere.
Yeah,
Did we
won't
did we
have
see
knowledge
that,
of it.
DM? Yeah.
If you're actively beginning to look around the town to see what you can take in around you and assess the damage, roll perception.
Well, we did
Okay.
roll last time, or do you want us to roll again?
Just roll
For
a
that?
fresh one now that like
Alright.
things are like
'Cause
kind of
it's-
happening and moving.
Settling down. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I'm gonna roll for
Do
that.
I notice anything specific that?
Oh.
Because I'm going around and I'm trying
12.
to
Oh,
heal and help as many people as possible.
Okay, Mina, since you go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Cool.
+7, goddamn.
I mean, basically, Mina's a drone.
Mina
I-
sees
I-
everything.
I am kind of a drone.
That's very true.
The
Um,
birds aren't real.
So I will say for everyone else in this general vicinity, since you're kind of tucked into the little middle of this like marketplace type area, also around the cathedral, it's a little hard to tell. You see a lot of movement happening around you in the town of guards beginning to push through. See a lot of townspeople out, but you don't really see any bodies just laying about. It's kind of hard to tell who hurt and what. Mina, since you are quite literally a little drone flying around trying to help the damage, will have seen at least 3 other guards dead.
Okay. So after flying around, I am going to come back to this central area where the group is, and report my findings. How many injured, dead.
Okay. And with this, the mayor kind of nods to you and says, I think we all need to have a little bit of a chat about where to move. I need information on this person and what's even happening here. Who is this? And who are all of you? Like, where did you came from, the Abbey?
Well,
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
not
sure it
see
looks
us?
awful suspicious.
Did you not see us just defend your town? If we wanted it to perish, you would all be dead right now.
Don't say that to the mayor.
now, we
I-
did come to help.
You say
And
that again.
we basically don't know what's
No.
really happening either. We seem to have come back from the dead, and well, I mean, here we are. This sordid lot is well, I guess what we have.
Mina,
I
I will
guess-
say you would have also noticed with that perception check that you would have seen the few last remaining people that are around from the Abbey, such as Turo, Solda, Ballroom, etc. Ignore their minis just on the map because fuck ton of. But you would have noticed that the people from the Abbey proper, are being their specific isolated.
Mm.
Hmm.
Balana's gonna speak up towards the mayor and say, we were all as just in the dark as you were about this. We had absolutely no idea what her intentions were. We didn't really know much about her at all. She gave us shelter when we were in a difficult situation, and as much as we had our suspicions, we couldn't have imagined coming here that something like this would occur. We promised that we were not involved in this in any way, shape, or form.
He
I
nods
mean,
at
we
this.
pretty much just came out of the grave about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
You say that?
Yeah, does the mayor know that?
I think you guys had implied it on the last
Yeah, we
meeting.
did.
Oh, I think we did.
when we fought the banshee. Yeah.
Well, it's clear now.
He nods and he says, "You've spoken as much as coming back from." This is just all so confusing. And he kind of puts his
Well, hydrate,
hands and
Sippy.
rubs his temples. Oh, hydrate, Sippy. Thank you.
Thanks.
And then he looks back to Galloway. So what now? You want to take Ms. Donnie to Balverden? Is this okay, Malemenos? And then he looked over to Mal. Silent this whole time. His shoulders just kind of shaking softly as he just sits next to his now departed sister. And he nods and he says, I would give it back. I would go myself if I could. I don't know anyone that.
So Audrey's gonna pipe up, if he may, and he's gonna look amongst his group to the mayor, and he's gonna say, "I understand this might be something that's a little harder to understand right now, but there were 6 of us, and we couldn't protect all of the people here. Right now, what this town needs is protection of some sort of higher power, a city watch or something, an envoy, anything. And that aside." And he kind of looks to Miss Danny, and he's going to look back to his party and say, "She showed us kindness, and she was decent to us. I feel like we owe her this much. If we couldn't save her, we could at least do this much."
Alana is gonna nod her head and say, "I agree."
The price of
Let's
bringing
toss her in the
someone-
van. Toss her in the van.
Alvara's gonna pipe up and say, the price of bringing someone back from the dead is incredibly high. Even if we were to find the right people, there's no guarantee that they would be able to do enough for her.
We do need some financial aid to do this.
My opinion.
But I think if I
hate to
lost
admit it,
someone I
but-
loved, I'd do anything I would to get them back.
My opinion is that we're on the way to Balverden anyway, and the people who would give us answers on, the happenings here, as far as people coming back to life and all that, I feel like they would be able to wield the same power that might do something for Ms. Donnie. So it could just be a quest we do along with our quest.
I agree.
Get two birds stoned at once, as the saying goes. Right? I heard that the other day.
Well, so
I'm getting
we're
that right.
getting you
right?
there, buddy. I respect that. We're getting you there.
If Alana may try to use potential persuasion towards the mayor because of all that we've done in the town and for the price it might cost to help Miss Donnie.
He raises his hand at this and he says, if this is truly something you wish to partake, and you wish to take Miss Donnie to Balverden, gestures to Galloway and says, under the pretenses, of course, that your escort does indeed have these connections they claim to have, and he looks doubtful at this. You can kind of
no.
tell between the two of them that they might have a little bit of a tense relation. Says, I am more than willing to equip you at least with means of travel. On foot, it would take about 5 days to reach Balverden. On horseback, you can get there in half.
Okay.
Okay.
How much time does she have? And Galloway looks to him and says, give or take 10 days. We have 10 days to figure something out, and I really do think I might know someone who can.
Well, then we best be on our way. We don't have much time. And we appreciate your offer, Mayor. We will take anything that you are willing to give. Gratefully.
Hold on a minute. Is everyone forgetting about the woman who just attacked us? Arania is still at large, and justice must be delivered swiftly against her.
But we have no idea where she is right now.
And surely she is the symptom of the greater sickness that is going on this continent, and getting to the bottom of that sickness will surely lead us to Ashana.
Exactly.
But how does
Or
how does
Arania,
them-
sorry.
Rania,
Ashana is
yeah.
the continent.
I just think a lot of people right now are thinking with their emotions and not necessarily their minds, their logical side.
Were
And
we
I've
not
made
going
that
there
mistake
anyway?
myself in the past, and trust me, it can be disastrous.
I will say though, we might want to wait until tomorrow. We barely got through this as it was without
Yeah.
any serious harm.
I think sleeping on it is a good decision, but as speaking from someone who has lost the most important person in her life, if I can help someone else regain their most important person, I'm going to help. I can't say no to that.
I think we can sort out a plan in the morning, but after that long fight, I know I could use a good long rest.
Agreed. I do agree with that as well.
Mayor, I did want to ask. I saw the other people from the Abbey getting ushered somewhere else. What's going on?
Right. Well, seeing as everyone that came from the Abbey, anyone with an association to this Arania, we need intensive questioning from. We need to know who this person and their motives are. Anything that we can. I know nothing of this person. And this is a grave act tonight. I need to know what this person is and what these beings.
I must admit, I don't know how much information the people of the Abbey will be able to provide. All of them were travelers that were using the Abbey for shelter. I don't know how much they actually knew what was going on.
Let me ask you all this much. Have you noticed anything with the members of the Abbey? Any peculiarities, any sicknesses, just anything?
The people of the Abbey like Arania?
Like Arania, Solda, Turo,
Well,
Malrim, all
Yeah,
of them.
so I'm going to take out the letterhead of the letter that actually we delivered to the mayor from Arania, and I'm going to point at the this very subtle spider that was not seen perhaps by everyone else before, and point out this letter was given to us to give to you, Mr. Mayor. And the spiders came and attacked the town shortly thereafter. Surely this symbol holds meaning. Do you recognize it?
He takes the symbol and he turns it over in his hand. And while he does see the spider on it, he just kind of shakes his head a little, quickly, hands it back and says, "Unfortunately, I know not much of symbologies, whether I can't tell personally if this is from some kind of lineage or some kind of, I don't know,
Um,
And anybody else? And
Well-
I would like to pass around the
I
anyone
think I
roll
might
a
have an
history
idea.
check since I'm proficient.
Go ahead and roll. Anyone who is either proficient in history may roll a history check, or anyone that is from the continent of Shana may roll a history check.
Okay. Well, that's a 10. Oh.
Well,
Audrin, are you rolling history?
I am.
I will say, there was something peculiar.
Oh.
God.
We saved Toro.
Oh my god, I'm
from
so sorry.
a-
Real quick, guys, I gotta throw in
Forgot
who
to do
inspiration
inspo.
was.
Yeah.
Oh.
So last week you guys all
yeah.
voted, the players voted. Mina has inspiration for player inspiration.
woohoo.
Audrin, what the fuck?
I don't know
And
what's going on.
Humi has community inspiration.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, guys. I'm so sorry I forgot about that. I was so excited just to start the session. Anyway.
Nice.
Well, we did end up saving Toro. They were captured and in a paralysis state, similar to that of your guards when we were fighting the Banshee, actually.
And
Then there was
who is Toro?
oh, right. She's the small child that half orc, right?
Half orc.
That the mini's accurate. Okay, cool. She's a small half orc child, and Well, she's traveling with her sister, but we've also found a few other things, mainly spider related. I think there was a statue someone has, and Humi looks to the party.
Yeah, someone has a spider statuette.
It is
think
it is
Valana
it
has
is
it.
Valana, yes. So Valana hearing that will pull out the statue and I guess move closer towards the mayor so that he can see it.
The mayor, do you hand it to him, or are you just letting him look at it?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
So he takes it in his hand and he turns it over. The shutter, he quickly hands it back and goes, "This is not something I'm... reeks of some kind of vile magic. I don't know if it's necessarily wise to be carrying that thing around with you, so..."
So we put it. We don't want anyone to accidentally find it or do something with it.
Well, maybe on your trips to Balverden you can find a source that's good enough to dispose of this type of thing. Back to Galloway. And Galloway does not... maybe we can work something out here. One problem at a time. Cursed object and dead body. Got it. Well, I guess we should figure out where to put Ms. Donnie's body for now until the morning. Do you all want to leave tonight, or do you want to leave in the morning?
I
I feel
don't
like
have
in the
dark
morning-
vision.
Let's
I
leave
think
in the
we
morning.
should stay the night.
We have 10 days, is that correct? So, morning will do just fine.
I also want to make sure the town is safe for the night and that nothing
Yeah.
else is going to happen.
The mayor nods and he goes, "I think the town would honestly feel quite safer with a lot of you seeing as did the best you could to protect us all tonight. I don't know who you all are or what your business is, but you owed this town nothing and you gave us your everything. That have my eternal gratitude. You've helped us more than you can."
I'm glad you recognize that.
This
Valana's
is
gonna
very
turn
meaningful to
to-
numbers.
Oh. Oh.
So,
Valana's gonna...
if I may, Audrey's gonna place a hand.
No,
on
I
the
want to
right-
hear what Valana was gonna do.
I was just going to turn to Molly Meadows and ask him, is there anywhere specific you would like her to be until morning? The choice is yours, really. You know her better than us.
He kind of shakes his head and says, just anywhere you could keep the body safe. It has to get there in one piece, right?" And he's very crestfallen. There's not much energy tonight. Audrin.
That's fine.
Unless you wanted to keep going, Valada.
I was just gonna say that I wouldn't mind if Mina and Humi are fine with it. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to carry her body up, but just keeping her in our room for the night, I don't want to leave her out on the ground.
Galloway is gonna kind of perk up and say, if anything, maybe the chapel, some such, might have the means of keeping the body at least
Oh.
for a night. Like
That's a good idea.
like a body bag or some
True.
kind of wrapping.
Okay.
It might be best to get a wrapping done, especially if we're going to be traveling. We don't want anything happening.
I don't even want to try to imagine crossing the Balverden gates with corpse on display. We should try to do our best to keep this discreet. That's okay with everyone.
I also feel like it's more respectful to the deceased.
Okay.
Alvaro would probably know this in character, but out of character I don't. Does the spell he casts prevent like bloating and decay and all of that for over the period of 10 days? Like she won't be like smelling like a dead body after like 3 days, will she?
I'll tell you what, anyone that wants can roll Arcana on the spell that Galloway has casted.
Okay.
I will do that.
I will also, just in case.
I'm rolling like
Ah.
acid, right? It's
Oh,
a
I'm so sorry. I
48.
didn't mean not. Ooh,
Oh.
I rolled 1, not 3. 1.
Oh no, what's happening tonight, everyone?
None of us know what spell they can and what it does.
That's a 12 from me. Rip.
Valana, I will say, you know,
Oh, I do.
based
Okay.
on just the type of magic that was performed, all you know is that this is a type of magic that will keep the body as it is now.
Okay, I'll just relay that to Alvaris, and she questioned.
I questioned like out of character, but I appreciate.
Oh,
the
okay.
character.
Well, then I'm relaying it to myself in my head.
And I will remain unaware.
Umi is going to go over to the priest that we saved multiple times over, I feel. Because he was about to die so many times. Uh, pardon me, clergyman. Uh, do you perhaps have some bindings that we could wrap Miss Donnie in? We're
He,
trying to revive her.
he nods and he says, "Please, leave her here. Um, we do have such things that we can use them. There are more dead to tend to tonight, so I will have my work. Uh, but please bring her inside. This must be tended."
Umi is going to usher the party over with Miss Donnie in tow, hopefully.
I will say, just for the sake of everything, is there anything else anyone would like to specifically right before we kind of wrap the
There,
night of this day over?
Yeah,
there is. Would you like to go first?
Mine's really short. I don't know what yours is, but I guess I'll just go first really quickly. Alvara's gonna walk over to Malamenos, put a hand on his shoulder, provided he'll allow it, and just sort of say, "Frankly, and speaking candidly, I do not know if we can bring back your sister, but I will promise you this. We will act as a hand of vengeance against Arania, and we will destroy her."
Oh my
I'm just gonna
god.
head inside.
All right.
He just kind of nods, like, solemnly. As he...
Alana's just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
I was just gonna say right before she goes in, she's gonna give him in a non-weird way, in a like. I feel like I have to specify because of how I was with him before this happened. She's just gonna give him a hug and say, "We'll do everything we can if he allows the hug," and then she's gonna follow Alvara.
Okay.
La 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 la.
And Mina, you had something you wanted to do tonight?
Yes. Is the mayor still around?
Yeah.
This isn't. I'm sorry to go off on a different tangent. I was planning on doing this later tonight anyway, but I was wondering if your town had any orchards or places where you guys regularly harvested fruits and vegetables and such, and where it might be located within the town.
He kind of looks to you with a questioning expression, given that this is quite an out of pocket question a little bit, given the circumstances.
It is.
He kind of shakes his head a little bit and goes, I think towards the end of town, heading the direction of the hay fields and crops. I think there's a small back that way. If that's what you're inquiring about.
Okay. I wanted to help as best I can, especially if there are troubling times ahead, so I was hoping to help bolster your crop yields for the next year.
Oh, that's quite generous of you. By all means.
Is anyone else awake right now, in terms of the group, or has everyone gone back?
I
Yeah.
think everyone is still up.
Yeah.
We're all.
Umi
heading
is still up, yeah.
Inside, though, we're all awake though.
So, I'm gonna go up to Humi and, Humi, there's something that I need to do, but it's gonna keep me awake all night. I was hoping that you can, help me tomorrow while we travel and allow me to sleep. I don't know if you have a bag or something I can, temporarily sleep in.
Well, I suppose I could just hold my violin, and you could stay in my bag.
Thank you. I want to help the town as best as I can. With that being said, I am going to go out to the area that the mayor indicated.
Okay.
And for the next 8 hours, I'm going to cast Plant Growth. So if you cast the spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. All plants within a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 1 year.
My
And they yield
God.
twice the amount of food while harvested. So I'm going to stay up all night casting this to.
Tina's ending famine over here.
Yo.
Well, considering the fact that there are probably going to be a lot more refugees, it might help to have some more food for everybody.
Thinking ahead, I like that. Alright. So you go and you spend your night amidst the trees and the plants, whispering little sweet nothings to them, helping them grow. Anyone else? Was there anything you'd like to do before we go to the next morning?
No, I don't think so.
Who is? Yeah, go to bed.
Okay, so I will say, with everyone's help, Ms. Downey's body is moved inside the chapel, to be taken care of for that night. Galloway kind of looks to you all, and he approaches Numbers and Audrin, and he says, I'm sure you all have everything. I've got my own things to, I guess, pack and gather for tomorrow, but we've got a journey ahead of us, and, I think it'll be a pleasure to travel with you.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I have these maps of the continent that I perhaps could run by you in the morning so we could chart out a path.
I will say this is Galloway talking to you, not the mayor.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry.
But Galloway can be the mayor if you want.
Yeah, Mr. Galloway. You know, same shit. I have these maps if you want to plan out strategy for tomorrow. I don't know this guy. Everyone seems to like be staring daggers at him. But Numbers is new to the area. He hasn't put two and two together about the fire at last year's magic contest. He thinks this is just a dude who looked like a human and now looks like a red human with horns and a big tail.
I will say if you get like now that you're up close with him and like if you want to get a better look at him, you see a bright orange tiefling, like pumpkin orange, with hooves. He has smaller curved horns that go down the side of his head and shaggy black hair, and his eyes have, they're all black except for his irises, which are just a pop of bright yellow.
Ooh.
Neat. Very colorful visage.
In fact, let me see if I can drop a picture of him in C's tab.
Ooh.
I like that his hair. He just
Art drop?
I
Art
look
drop,
at him
though?
and his hair, and I just think of Tiefling Sebastian from Stardew Valley.
It's not necessarily an art drop because for NPCs, I'm using a pick crew for y'all. God damn it, where's this picture? While I'm finding the picture, Audrin, do you respond to this at all, or?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while I browse for this?
I'm heading upstairs, following, I guess, Alvara.
Yeah, Alvara's going to bed. Oh, also, what is the moon currently? What phase? It was a waning crescent previously. Is it still that, or is it Oriyama new moon?
I will say looking at the moon, I would say in maybe a day or two, it would be a new moon, given the status.
Great. That's it. I'm going to bed.
Okay. I will follow.
Y'all head to bed. I'm finding this goddamn picture because now I'm determined.
Yeah, I'm determined to see it now too. I want to know.
Look, where's my
Umi
picture?
is going
on up
to basically after they're done talking with people, kind of just sit on this bay hill.
Uh-oh.
The siren's going off.
It's an air raid. It's an air.
They know we're playing D&D. Hide.
They're like, get the Satan worshippers playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I found it. There it is.
Oh, aw, so cute.
Take a look.
That's cool.
That's him. That's the boy. Oh my god, they are going hard on the fucking siren.
You can't hear it too bad in fairness. At least not right now.
Uh-oh, Quentin Redeemed, take a shot.
Oh no!
Who's the lucky person tonight?
God, 3
Oh,
times.
early birthday shot.
Oh! Thank you for the happy early birthday. Let me go pour a shot real quick as y'all settle into bed. In fact, what I'll say right now is, so as the night wanes down, everyone completes the tasks that they had in mind. Ms. Donnie's body has been moved to the chapel for the evening. All wind down. Galloway nods to you all and departs his way over to where he came from in the other side of town. And as you all go back into the tavern for the night, sleep does find you. And right now, we'll take a break.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Alright.
All right.
I'm going to trance, obviously, too, so I'll be keeping an ear out for any other signs or sounds of attack.
I need
Alright,
help.
so
My character is lost.
we'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm going to go pour my shot, so I'll be right
Yay.
back.
Nice.
But take a snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do or you wanna do. We'll resume the campaign in 10. But let me go pour my shot. BRB.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back and I have my shot. Good old Captain Morgan. So I'm going to down this real quick. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Ugh. Okay. It sounded brutal. It burned a little bit. That one, for some reason, went down like harder than the other ones I've done. I have no idea why.
Proud of you for the attempt.
Did I drink gasoline? It felt like it. Thank you. So, we're taking a break a little earlier than usual because, as y'all might be able to surmise, we're about to enter, a little bit of y'all's first expedition, in a way, which can take a little bit of time.
Expedition?
Yeah, you're traveling to a city. And it's going to be a few
Oh,
days.
travel, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be a few days worth of travel, so I want to make sure there's enough time to get all that done and taken care of.
Are you like rolling random events?
Perhaps.
Maybe that's a little behind the curtain. You don't have to answer
Yeah, you're not allowed to see the Wizard of Oz, alright? You don't just peel back the curtain and see the control panel.
that. Paying no attention to DM Winnie behind the curtain.
Perhaps. Maybe one or
Short
two of y'all might have to roll for some things at some point.
Wait, what the fuck did you drink?
I drank Captain Morgan, but that one burned for some reason. It usually doesn't, but that one just did not go down nice.
Rum is kinda ass.
Excuse me?
It is.
I am
I
back.
know you and Derek love the rum. I never got into it. I mean, with mixed drinks with rum as like a cocktail, I can do that, but rum straight or just like rum with like maybe one other drink mixed in, not really.
I'm
super
on your
in love
side
with.
with that, Zach. I
Thank
am.
you.
I love a mojito, but straight rum is too sweet for me.
Yeah, I can't do. Yeah, same.
Oh my
So how
goodness.
is everybody doing?
Oh,
Quentin?
doing.
Quentin as well.
Quentin,
Quentin's-
how are you doing?
Quentin's
Yeah, Quentin,
here.
I saw that you did a resub. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
I was like in the middle of like a mayor monologue, I think, so I was a little
Yeah,
distracted.
I wanted to say something, but people were talking, so I just kind of typed something out. But I didn't want
I
to
need
give like
to
a
get
huge
2 monitors just so I can look at what everybody says.
Alt tab,
No.
my friend. Alt tab.
I know. I
Only
just
have one
always
No,
monitor.
2
forget.
monitors.
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't know.
get,
I only have
I
one
get
monitor.
so distracted with like what I'm looking at. Like I have. Oh my god,
Oh,
the
it's coming
siren!
back.
I'm gonna mute myself
Oh
for like.
man! Oh man!
Just got done with being sick. Congrats. No more sick.
Nice. We stand the Cure. I guess I don't know. They're a good band, the Cure.
Indeed.
Well, that's good. Are you doing anything exciting for the end of summer, beginning of fall? If you want to share, you don't have to.
Is that like anybody, or oh, did anyone have a good
Well, I was
weekend? Weekend was fine.
asking mainly our viewers, but I guess it's open. But yeah, no, I had a good weekend. I went to Shenandoah Valley actually this weekend, which was pretty cool, like national park trip, kind of by myself, which was nice, little solo adventure.
It
Did
looked
some
really
hiking.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
I'm impressed at all the hiking you did. I would have passed out.
I was like, yeah. By the end of like each hike, it was definitely tough, especially that first one because my body was just not ready.
Hmm
Love
Oh,
that for you,
nice.
Quentin.
Yeah, punk rock flea market sounds badass.
Oh, where? Oh,
Where?
I
You're
know.
like across the continent. In another
There was one that I
country.
used to go to every year in my hometown.
Nice. And what is your hometown and home address?
That's why I said where. I was like, yeah, that's not information he probably wants to give out. I just got,
Oh,
I got
man.
excited. I was like, oh my god, me too. I'm sorry, I got too excited.
It's alright. We'll allow it this once, you pervert.
All right, okay.
I'm trying to find people's info.
No, just so I can show up to their house with flowers.
Imagine you two are in the same hometown. That would
That would be really
kinda
funny.
nutty, actually.
If we actually were in the exact, because I don't know of many other punk rock flea markets besides the small city that I grew up in, but maybe.
I mean, every city has a punk rock flea market.
Oh,
so
it's the same one from their hometown. Maybe you know this person.
what I
Right? Did you
just
ever
said.
know a Quentin?
I don't know. Think about it. I think I went to school with a Quentin.
Wait, did they say where it was?
No, no.
Oh, I was like, hello? I was like, is it really my hometown? Like,
This-
when did we
this
need to hang out?
Could have been a lovely and beautiful reconnection story.
I know. What if I
Put
did
that on
go
Reddit.
then?
Put that
That'd
on
be
Reddit.
really cool. That would go on Reddit.
That would be on fucking Reddit. That would front page on Reddit.
With Quentin's permission, of course, if that, was a real thing. Sorry, I can't help it. I just can't. I'm like, oh. I'm gonna give away my location to the world without realizing.
I'm not not new to doxing myself on accident.
Yeah. Oh, here's my character.
Did y'all get anything good when you leveled up, or what?
I did.
Oh my god, I
Well,
forgot to
we'll
tell
wait
also
and
the
see.
viewers that y'all hit level 5.
We're level
Oh,
5,
yeah, we
We're
did.
level 5.
I just got so excited to start tonight's session, I forgot to announce that. So yeah, the campaign members, I gave them level 5 after last session because why not? And I felt like a happy level 5, everyone.
Yeah.
Y'all worked hard for it. Y'all did your best to save a town. You
We worked
defeated a
hard for the money.
banshee.
I can't wait to show off my new moves.
What room am I in?
I redid some spell loadouts to be a little different, so I'm gonna play a little different in combat now.
Ooh, interesting. Now we know what to look out for. When
I
you're in
accidentally almost
combat.
went into Numbers' room. Sorry, Numbers. I was trying
That's
to find
okay.
where the hell I am.
Whoa, what's going on with you two?
What are you guys on for, like, tiles? Like, what number are you at? That's making it easy for you.
What do you mean? What number?
Like, I'm at 2.8 tiles in.
If
Oh,
you
7.2. Go up slightly.
if
Oh, for the
you
white,
press,
I'm at 7.5. Sorry.
if you press N, it cuts away things as you move the camera
You're
around,
right.
which
Oh,
makes it a
wow.
lot easier. to find things because it also it looks like it leaves the character tokens intact
Yeah.
as you do it, so it makes it.
I am going to.
Oh, look at that! You got upstairs by yourself.
I did.
Oh.
I did
Take a
it.
goal.
Wow.
But I'm trying to figure out, can I open doors or can I just put...
You can.
You have to request to open a door.
Did I
Doors-
just drop myself downstairs by accident? Yes,
You
I
did. You should shift.
You know
click.
you
It's
can
the
shift
best
click
way to
yourself
move
and
around.
teleport yourself.
Yeah, that's the best way to move around. The click is
No,
click
I
ain't it.
didn't know that.
Now you know.
Shift,
Left click.
click. Oh, shift, click. It didn't work.
So
They
you
click.
hold down shift, click on your character,
got
and then
it.
click on where you want to put them.
Oh,
Anybody
okay.
remember Go Diego Go? My little brothers used to watch that, and I wanted to rip my hair out from that fucking camera that did a little.
Say
Rhyme.
click. Take a pick.
Yeah. Yes. Oh God.
Where am I? Where did I go?
I'm
I think you're outside.
Did you go
Stop.
to the roof?
Yep.
Oh no, that's Umi.
I
Where am
meant to
I?
go on the roof.
Yeah,
I
where are
meant
you?
to do
You're not
it.
in. I don't think you're in. Oh no, you're inside. You're next to numbers.
Numbers, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
Let's
That's okay.
let's get a brief roll call just to make sure everyone's back, because it's been about 10 minutes. Audrin,
From here.
Avara,
Present.
Balana,
Here.
Umi,
Here.
Nina,
Vaguely.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're all back. I will say, before we... Umi, are you trying to be on the roof?
Nah, they're just enjoying the view outside the window.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, oh,
So
What
before
the-
we fully get back into the swing of it, and I discuss the events of the night, and then if everyone could just take a moment, browse our like actual little chat we have, Messenger.
Oh, yes.
And then I will describe the night. So. Oh, and guys, let me know if that Discord. I know Discord expires their links after 7 days, and I don't know if that one's expired or not. It really sucks that you can't do a permanent link anymore. Unless you have, like, a specific number of boosts. But whatever. Shame on you,
believe we're
Discord.
good.
Shame on you.
Where did I go?
where did Mina go?
Mina's
I
still
just-
on the ground. Oh, I don't know where Mina is.
Oh, Mina's out in the woods. I
Please
found her.
ignore that.
Oh, right, Mina's out in the woods.
Where did I drop
Well,
myself?
different, wrong woods. She like got. Oh god, it's happened again.
So, over the course of the night, everyone tucks into bed except for Alvara, who is trancing, and Miss Mina, who is out in the woods performing magic on the orchards. Everyone tucks into bed, and sleep surely does find you. While the events of the previous night tend to go through your heads and rack through your hear the echo of the battle that had happened around you, morning comes, just as it always has, as the sky is filled with clouds. Let's see, there we go. It's like-
Can you teleport me
sun?
over?
This is too common. Let's say that. Yes, you want me to teleport you into the room?
Yes.
Oh, I'll stop moving, hold on.
Okay, there you go.
Can you help me too, please? I don't know where my character
You're in your
went.
room.
I am?
Yeah.
Why isn't it
Raise
showing
your
me that?
visibility. Raise your tiles.
Oh yeah, your visibility might be too low.
I'm raising my tiles. Now I'm lowering my tiles. Now I'm raising my tiles.
Let's see.
Oh, I see myself now. I see myself now. Yep.
So, let's see. I don't know what half of these are still and amusing.
What if we just listen to screams for 4 hours straight?
We could
Yes.
do that if y'all want.
Probably not be great for the
Sure.
audience.
Okay.
Fighting.
So-
This is ominous.
Morning finds you. How do you all awake?
I untrance and head for the door. Alvara has already packed up her things. No frills. She is ready to go.
Mina. Oh, good.
Humi is going to slowly rise and look out the window at the aftermath of last night.
Alana's going to approach and say, "Are you ready for whatever the journey may bring us?"
Oh, what's happening? Okay, sorry. I just threw a mini across the board on accident.
That's alright, that's allowed.
Well, I suppose so. What do you think I should wear today? Well,
Show me what you've
um,
got.
well, I think this one would be pretty funny, but I don't think Alvaro would really appreciate it. I could go with this, but it's rather mundane.
I think everybody at this point knows, bless you,
Bless-
Thank you.
bless you.
that... Oh, I like this form.
Yes?
This is my
Okay.
pick.
Wonderful. All right then.
You look fabulous.
Fumi's go look around the room really quick. The name will be
What about
Patricia.
Patricia? I love it.
Fumi is staring directly at the picture, and that is the only thing they got.
Mina is going to very groggily float through the door, and then like land on a table in the tavern or on a chair and just kind of like pass out.
Do Audrey and I wake up at the same time?
Around the same time, should you choose. What are you guys doing?
I sit up in bed and observe whether Audrey is awake. Is he? Or
No,
is he
he's
in
not.
sleepy mode?
No, he is. Audrin is quite asleep.
Can I tell if he's faking it? Should I roll insight?
Go ahead.
I must warn you, I have a +6. Rip.
It's pretty clear to tell that he's not asleep, but he's got his eyes closed and is trying very hard to get back to sleep and failing.
Okay, so noticing that the instant he sits up, Numbers is just going to say, it's just going to acknowledge that he is awake and ready to begin the day and say, that was some night last night.
It, it was a night. And then he's going to get up out of bed, stretch his arms over his head, and shake out his coat a little bit. He packs real light. And he's going to get up to his feet and says, "Last one down pays for breakfast, I wager."
Numbers is going to hear that and run out the door towards
Audrin's going to make
towards breakfast.
a slow pace. He's not actually trying to beat anyone in a race.
I'm very stuck.
Where are we
Stuck?
sitting?
Yeah, where am I?
Fumi is
I gotta
going to approach to the tired Mina
Oh,
and
right.
just open up their pack. Hey, buddy.
Mina is going to be very confused by your outward appearance. Fumi, is that you?
Well, of course it's me. Who else would open their bag to you?
I don't know. Maybe someone trying to trap me?
Ah, well, I mean, I suppose. You're a fairy. Now, come on, get in the bag. We gotta go.
Mina is going to climb into the bag and take a little nap.
Okay. So Mina, if you are going to sleep, you do not take a point of exhaustion.
Yay. And Mina just passes out inside of the bag.
Okay. So as the rest of you come downstairs, you find the tavern is just eerie quiet. There is not a person to be Elemenos. Contrary to the lanterns flickering, the lights are off.
It's what time of day is it?
Give or take, it looks to be around like 7 a.m.
Hmm.
It's hard to
Is
tell.
there-
There's a lot of clouds in the sky. You can't quite get a read on where the sun is. It's a bit of a dim, dreamy day.
With a passive perception of 18, do I hear more or less or the same amount of chatter outside, such as in the marketplace, etc.?
I will say, if you're intentionally trying to listen for more people, you're gonna have to roll for.
Can do. On it. Ready for it. Boom.
Let's see. Let's see.
Hug.
Sounds about less normal. Hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Alvara's just gonna walk outside. She doesn't care for speculation.
I guess our first place. Guys, I think that our first place of travel should potentially be the mayor's house, and then maybe we could go to the church after, so we can, like, once we have our traveling luggage and everything, we can go and grab Miss Donnie, excuse me, and then maybe we can we should have a plan, you know? We shouldn't just all run out separately, because we're in serious mode.
I agree.
agree.
Alvara
Splitting the
does not hear this because she's already 20 feet out the door.
Damn it!
splitting the party would be a bad idea. But I also, while I'm here in the kitchen, I would like to. I mean, is it possible? Is this door like in like Tailspire what it really looks like? Is it just like a saloon door?
Yeah, it's like a little flap.
So I can see inside?
Yeah.
Do I see or hear anything coming from there, such as the other bartender?
It is silent.
Do I know if there's a bedroom in there, or is that just a kitchen?
You're not sure.
I'm not sure. And no one is out, correct?
No, we're all in here besides Alvara.
I meant like out on the out at the bar.
No, there's
no.
nobody in here.
Yeah, Can I knock on this door?
Go for it.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. There is no response.
I'm gonna knock on it again.
Hey. Response.
Okay, I was just being polite and careful.
I don't know, are you like actually right there watching this happen?
Yeah, he's at the table. He's pouring. He reaches into his jacket, pulls out this little glass bottle he's got, and he's pouring it into one of the cups behind the counter that he reaches over and grabs.
Don't say anything to this poor boy knocking on this door.
No, he does
Alana will
not.
go
He's
over
watching,
and help him.
He's watching with a good amount of interest.
Can Alana please help Numbers?
Yeah. Valana, good morning. I was just checking on the other bartender whose name escapes me.
Molly Meadows.
Molly Meadows.
Molly Manos.
Hey.
I'm gonna open the door when I say that.
Okay.
Okay. Would
Break
you
the
like
door
me to
open?
come with you?
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
I see. A kitchen.
Is anyone in here?
Huh.
It is quite
And-
vacant.
So they must live separately. Unless... What's behind this door? Oh, it's the outside.
Do I know if Molly Manos would have been normally here at this time of day?
Given your past experiences staying in this town, he's always been there in the so this is a little out of pocket, out of place.
Mm-hmm. Just a quick look around.
Auden, you're helping yourself to food just on the counter?
No, he's not eating food. He just grabs a cup from behind the counter and he's pouring his own bottle into it.
I'm
He's
gonna
going to also nudge Audrin for a little bit.
He obliges.
I'm going to grab an unidentified fresh fruit from this basket of fruit-looking
Oh.
texture.
Okay.
And begin to munch and casually sort of look around for I don't know, any old thing that might be interesting.
Numbers, go ahead and roll a either perception or an investigation check.
And can Valana just quickly grab a few carrots, one for her and one for Mina, since she likes veggies?
Is there such a thing as passive investigation? Let me read my observant thing because I think it gives me some kind of investigation. +5 to passive perception and investigation scores. Would that be passive or active?
Active
What the hell is a
investigation.
what the hell is a passive investigation?
I don't think you can passively investigate something.
And
It's
why
almost an
not?
Why does it say it in
oxymoron.
observant then?
It's an
Why,
oxymoron.
why does the observant feat have that?
I think it's just the way that like it means that it's added for your passive perception and if you're rolling for investigation. So like,
Okay.
it still gives you the bonus, but like it's just work.
So instead of a +6, I have a +1. Great.
Yeah, it gives you both, doesn't it?
Well, look at that.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't for
goddamn.
active rules.
Oh, it doesn't?
Congrats.
Okay.
That's
Doesn't matter.
good.
Okay, so with an 18, you're looking around, you don't really see... You see some traces of, being like a well-worn establishment. There's things kind of sorted about in the way that they are. A little bit of mess kept about, but it doesn't look like anyone has been in this kitchen recently. And as you're looking
okay.
around, there's the fire that was once in the fireplace that's back over it. It has now been just completely burnt down to coals, and it looks cold. Hasn't been burned recently, at least in the past night. And you realize that the vegetable or fruit that you have grabbed and been munching on is in fact a raw potato.
Excellent. I'm gonna keep eating it, of course. With an investigation, is there anything else in here except potatoes and these carrots and what
There
is
are
this red
indeed.
bowl of texture? I'm gonna take a.
That's an apple.
What is that? A fucking pomegranate?
That's an
It's
apple.
just a red sphere.
Is this
It's an apple.
Okay, so I'm gonna take an apple. I'm gonna take a bite out of my tater in front of Lana, raise my eyebrows and lower them, and go outside and toss the apple over to Audrey.
Valana will follow you back out.
He catches it and gives him a
And
grateful nod.
Everyone
she
that is
will
still
make
in
her way to
notices
Mina.
numbers raw potato.
I'm
Great.
gonna just go over to
Potatoes in
Mina
back.
and say, "Here, I got this for you," and hand her the carrot that is probably half her size.
Something better tater
So
than
Mina is
Valana's.
currently
Sleeping,
asleep
yeah.
in Humi's
Yeah,
backpack.
Mina is.
Oh, that's
asleep.
right.
I mean, you
I'm
can
gonna
just
save
shove it
it.
in the backpack. So.
I'm gonna
Wait,
save
drop it
it.
in
shoves
there.
a carrot in there.
Wake up
yeah.
with a carrot on your lap.
Will she be concerned, or will you eat it?
It might be
Really?
best just to hold on to it for now.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. I don't want to just drop an ominous carrot in with you.
Ominous carrot.
Umi is going to see 127 eating the carrot and turn to Valana. See, I told you. Potatoes are not too bad. I mean, he'll eat raw potatoes. You had some good ones.
Valana says nothing and cries.
Lana just kind of goes and curls up in the eyes a little.
Oh,
Exactly, precisely.
I was trying to be supportive.
Thank you.
Okay. And I will say, oh, I found a stray D20. Alvara, so you've gone and wandered outside while all this is happening.
Yeah, Alvara has sort of a mentality where when she gets her mind set on a mission, she kind of acts on it and moves towards it. And right now, what's on her mind is vengeance against Arania for betraying their trust and the trust of the town. And she just wants to get the ball rolling on moving out. So I think she was starting to head towards the mayor's house, but then I'm assuming once she hits this corner, she would see them kind of gathered over there.
That's exactly right. So as you walk out into the kind of main little square, you notice that the mayor is standing with Malemenos, Galloway, and an unidentified woman, as well as 3 horses that have gathered around them, and a black cloth body bag that is set on the ground, and you surmise that Miss Donnie is inside of it.
Incredible.
She's just gonna walk over and begin with a sort of just quick statement saying, "The rest of them are helping themselves to breakfast at your inn, Malamenos, but I have no need for such."
Wait, she wouldn't know
Mitch.
that. She wouldn't know that because she left before we got breakfast.
That's true. You left.
You wouldn't know that.
Did I
You were
see
down
it?
the block.
Didn't I see
Nope.
people heading towards
No,
the
you
bar?
didn't. You were
Mm-mm.
already
Did not.
gone when I
Yep.
said we should
You made
stick
a point
together.
to say you had left.
That's fine. I can surmise that
So
speculatively.
your disrespectful comment
So
never
you're
happened.
lying, potentially.
Yeah, sure. I will stick
That's
with the comment.
mean.
I mean, you're all still sitting in the inn. That much she knows, so she'll just make that remark.
So Alvara's making an assumption.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. What does she say to the mayor? Or who is she speaking to?
She just says this to everyone. She's not looking at anyone. She said that to Malamenos, I guess, because it's his inn, but...
Hikamali's down, man.
Malameno seems to not be, like, fully paying attention to what you're saying. He's just more kind of like how do I describe it? Like a,
1,000-mile stare.
yeah,
type
like a
thing.
thousand
Like a
mile,
fugue state,
a thousand
yeah.
mile stare, just like kind of not really cognizant state of mind, right? Like he sees you, but he doesn't see you.
Mm,
Okay. So she's just gonna say then to the mayor, I'm sure they'll be joining us shortly. What can you tell me about the provisions you'll be providing us?
He nods and he says, "Well, I've managed to get at least a couple horses. Galloway of course came from Balredon. I imagine this will be enough to carry most. So there's 6 of you. They're not now. There's 7. See him kind of around. We'll also provide a wagon.
Thanks.
It
And
should hopefully be enough to get you there and back without much trouble.
any economic incentive that we could perhaps
Oh my
use
god.
advantage in the city as well? I'm not sure that reviving her is going to be cheap.
I imagine not. Um, from what we can give you, it's not much in these times, but it's at least something. And he hands Alvara a pouch containing 50 gold pieces for supplies and provisions, as well as 10 days worth of.
Okay, we can put that in group loot, Gonzo, if you want to add that.
All right.
Um, Thanks. And she'll just look towards Galloway, and I guess while waiting for the rest of the party, she'll just have like um, a short conversation with him, trying to learn a little bit more about Balredin and just him in particular, if he's willing to share anything about himself. She is aware that he's like at least a fairly potent caster because he got 3rd in the magic contest, even if he did start a fire the year before. uh, so she's kind of a little curious about that as well, I think. And they'll just have like a brief convo. You don't need to go into great detail if you don't want to about it, but
I will say, he doesn't necessarily tell you much, and the person next to him he introduces as his mother.
okay.
Her name is, I know her last name, but that's embarrassing.
Fantasy name
Make it up.
generator.
The second
Mommy
anyone asks me
assholes.
to do something, my head
Uh,
becomes.
I feel that
Is she?
so
Is she?
much.
Well, let me ask you this while you think.
Her name
Is
is
she
Dorothy
human?
Grimm. Yeah, she's human. This
Okay.
is a human female with long
Ooh.
black hair, and her name is Dorothy Grimm.
Okay. Avara will
Um,
give like a very, very brief curtsy.
And Galloway introduces his full name as Galloway Grimm. Though he doesn't tell you too much more about it, though in the brief time that you allow her, while you're waiting for everyone else to come up to you, Dorothy begins to dote on her son, talking about how worried she is about him and how much she admires him for being so brave, and how proud of him that she is for being part of First Flight observers in Balredon. Never heard of, but she seems to be taking it as quite a feat. She is just doting on her boy right now.
Pause. Can we just for a moment appreciate how hard the name Galloway Grimm goes?
It's go pretty
Seriously.
hard.
It is pretty
That-
great.
That is awesome.
His name is
Dorothy Grimm
Galloway
too, the
Grimm.
mother. Oh my god,
Galloway Green.
like straight out of a fairy tale.
Grimm Brothers. So, all right, yeah, I think Avara's gonna almost soften a little bit, visibly at this show of affection from a mother to her son, but that expression will quickly fade as she mentally reminds herself of the mission and sort of what they need to focus on.
I will say, while this is happening, Galloway just looks a little.
Makes sense.
The rest of you, if you want during this time, could rejoin with Alvara. You could keep looking
Okay.
around the tavern. It's whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
To go.
I'd like to
Where the hell's my bar?
bring Mr. Audrin with me
Yeah, where is Audrin? I just saw him.
over
he's
He's
flying.
coming.
He's flying.
the townsfolk.
So
Or the mayor, and I want to go up to the mayor and greet everyone, the nod and say morning, and go to the mayor.
Time you all are done mucking about.
I needed breakfast, of course.
I'll eat on the road.
And I'm going to show the mayor my maps, and I'd basically request of him, you know, a little guidance on where we're going exactly. So, how we're getting there. So I guess I would say to him, uh, I got these at the fair the other day, the festival. I hope they proved to be helpful. I was hoping you could sketch out our route here.
So the mayor takes a look at the map, specifically the one of Decria that you have, and he points to a large city location that's above that is along that Naltham is quite close to. And he says, "This right here is Balverden. It is located right on Balverden Loch. Follows this river that we are connected to. So if you just follow, if you just follow the water, you'll be there. However, there is a little bit of a trailway already that's there."
And what is this body of water exactly?
It's just it's a large loch. It is what it is. It's where a lot of fishing industry comes from here in Decria, as well as Karalem Loch up to the north. Currently, I believe a ferry system is trying to be established between Balverden and other smaller settlements, such as here in Nottingham, but it's not quite up to par
Oh, a
just yet.
ferry. Oh, I thought you said fairy because this is a fantasy setting. I was
No,
like,
not
"Hmm,
like
what,
not
what
like
are the
one of
fairies
those.
up to?"
System, and then I
Like a
woke up.
boat ferry.
Yeah. Interesting. So, Mr. Mayor, you're saying we essentially follow the river and there's a path along the way, all the way up to what's the name of
Aldredon.
the town?
Balverden.
Balderden?
Essentially, and you'll be there in about 3 days' time, and thankfully you have someone traveling with you that's already made the trek. And he gestures to Galloway.
Mr. Galloway, you will prove useful to the party indeed.
Hopefully, I can help you guys, and we can all help each other, maybe, and we can all get to know each other, maybe. And that would be fun. And he's looking really shy. And his mom
Oh.
is just kind of like hugging his arm, and she goes, "I'm so proud of you, my boy. You're already making friends."
So he's
And
how old is this?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
That reminds me, I forgot to say, but Galloway looks young. He looks like me.
Oh, little
Hmm.
baby.
Alvara gives a definitely fake and forced smile, but she's trying to make it look as real as possible.
Alana
So
gives a
Alvara, are
warm
you sick?
smile and tells him that she likes his hairstyle.
Thanks. I haven't cut.
hearing him say that he wants to, learn more about us, and he said the phrase help each other, and wanting to learn more about this individual, I would basically just say, how can we help you on this journey?
Well, traveling companions for one, and just, I don't know. I guess just seeing this through, it just feels like the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk more about all that later, if that's okay.
Indeed.
Humi's gonna go up to the mayor and like kind of tug on their coat. They're like a halfling right now.
Oh God, that's right.
Humi is going to hang out. I have something to show you.
He kind of looks down to you and goes, I'm sorry. Who are you?"
Oh right. Okay, Humi is gonna just shift their like face to look like Humi's
Jesus
face.
Christ, man.
And just give him a wink and then go back to their form.
You see him like physically jump a little bit, and he goes, "Really gotta stop doing that. People don't take kindly to that. Anyway,
Well-
really."
So, I'm going to do a stealth check to show the menagerie letter and ask him
So
if
like a
he
sleight of
knows
hand check?
anything. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
I sleight of hand, show him the symbol. Do you know anything about this?
So you do this while everyone seems to be seemingly enough distracted by Galloway and his conversation, and making sure the horses are prepared, packing all of your luggage, your bags, anything that needs to be done for this final prep in the wagon. And while that's happening, you slip the mayor this little slip of paper and ask him about the symbol on it. And he sees it and kind of furrows his brow and he goes, "It's to be something about the, I've heard called the menagerie?
Hmm.
At
Do
least
you know anything
something
else?
vaguely of the sort. I don't know too terribly much about them. That they do typically some bad dealings. Not a group you want to be on the wrong side of. But there are many of those, that exist here and there, and one of the many, I suppose.
Alright then. Thank you. Humi is also, as people are getting ready, also just kind of like mention the menagerie letter to anyone in the party who doesn't yet know. As they're like packing their bag, prepping their horse. Just kind of like mention it. So everyone knows.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone is made aware of this menagerie letter. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you depart?
Mina is sleeping and knows nothing of what's
Um,
going
Yes,
on.
you are.
I feel like it's
good. Sorry.
yeah. I think we're all right. I mean, there's probably not much else we can say. Audrey, do
Except
you have
where's
anything?
Mina?
Well, she's in the.
Sleeping
Don't we
in a
know she's in
bag.
the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey, do you have anything that you wanted to say before we left?
Nope. Archer's probably already making his way to the cart.
Okay.
So, Galloway gets atop his horse, and there are 2 horses and a wagon for you all to figure out how to divvy up as you see fit. If you all are going to begin to make your way, I would say we need to hop over to
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Alvara's gonna get on a horse without saying anything to anyone.
Okay.
Just do it. Why not?
So, you all hop over to the forest travel map that I made
Okay.
specifically for when you all decide to have little expeditions.
Oh.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I
I need
like it.
I need to drop y'all's characters here. Let's see. That's right, back to
Oh.
the... Go, there's Audrin. There's Numbers.
Forest travels.
It's Galloway. Here's Mina, though she's in a backpack.
In a backpack.
Anna. Alvara. Where are you? Oh. I didn't recognize you because of the fucking
Don't
halfling
forget-
shit. Here you go. Alright, let's get some atmosphere going on this map.
Are we getting the horses in the cart too, or are we just using
Theater
our
of mind?
imagination for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of theater of mine because actually copying and pasting actual like instructions on this map are fucking a bit.
Got it.
I
Fair
can drop the horses though.
That's
it might
okay.
be good. It might,
Whatever you
alright.
prefer.
I was gonna say it might be good for combat if we have to like move them or hide or something, but it's up to you.
I support whatever's easier for you.
Yeah.
I will say for
Yeah.
now, let's just we'll just leave the horses alone because for some
Cool.
reason typing search function is fighting me.
Hmm.
So you all begin to set out on your departure for Balverden early in the morning. At this point, I will say it's about in between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. You know you have about 3 days worth of travel ahead of you. So, two people can choose to helm the expedition. Who would like to do it such?
I'll
What
do
is
it.
that? Oh, okay. Never mind then. I was gonna ask what does that entail, but 2 people just jumped at it immediately.
I have a +6 survival.
Yeah, I
Have
was
a
gonna
really
ask.
good perception.
Do those
Yeah, I was
checks
gonna
matter?
say you're good
Yeah.
with the perception stuff too.
Okay, so
That's fine.
Audrin and Numbers in the front.
It's the besties.
I will say you two maybe even are sharing a horse.
Oh.
If you wanted to.
Ah,
Audrey's just gonna
buddies.
walk
I love being
alongside.
buddies.
Oh, Audrin's just gonna walk. Okay, don't share a horse then. Fine.
The relationship ain't that developed yet. They're not at the horse
He's,
sharing stage.
he cares too much about horses to overburden their back.
Oh, that's kind of nice though.
And who all's riding in the wagon? Galloway has his own horse.
I thought I was on a horse unless that changed.
You're on a horse unless someone else hops along on the back of you.
No,
Mariah
I will not
determined.
allow that.
Not Mariah. Valana determined to get to know their new traveler, to see who exactly they're, he seems trustworthy. He seems like he's a pretty just a nervous, shy guy. But she is going to say, "Do you mind if I ride with you?" So she can ask him questions and get to see, who he is.
He says, oh sure, the more of us on horseback, the faster, so, hop on.
All
And
right,
his
so she's
horse
gonna
is
hop
an
on.
all black horse.
That's sick.
It's also sick, just like his name.
Yeah, so she's gonna hop on behind him, just for now.
Okay.
Humi is going to give their horse for the wagon, so they have extra horsepower, and they're going to basically sleep in the cart while holding their bag, kind of like, keeping Mina nice and cushy as well.
Oh.
So, Humi and Mina are having a rest. So the two of you that are helming the expedition, I need you both to one of you needs to make a perception check, and one of you needs to make a survival check. And choose
There
who
you
does
go.
which.
I'll do the perception.
I'll do survival.
Oh,
We'll take
Hell
it.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, this is
oh,
beautiful.
Oh.
This is nice.
Oh.
This is really nice.
He seems pretty
Also,
nice that
real,
age.
real quick, DM, how far are we out of town? Like a few hours right now, probably, or
At this point that you've started, I would say you've only just started. This is like maybe 5-10 minutes out of town.
oh, really? Okay.
This
All
is
right,
right
cool.
at the beginning.
Got it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this each day at a time. So you'll roll at the start of the day to get your bearings and your directions, and then at the nighttime you can either choose to take a guard or a watch, or however it is you guys want to handle your for the nights. So as you're traveling, you have numbers helming the map like a true dad in a van with his Hawaiian shirt on. You've got the map ready to go. And you've easily enough, as you leave Notholm, you find the trail that the mayor was gesturing to alongside the water. And as you guys are leaving Notholm, Audrin, you notice all around you that Notholm itself has a pretty decent border set up. Not necessarily like physically, but you can see kind of the established guidelines between the town and the surrounding. And you notice that there's not like too terribly much wildlife around. You see some fauna, but not much else. You see waterside the startings of the ferry system that the mayor had described. But it looks fairly fresh and new. Like not much has been done just yet. If only it had been, whoever knows how much longer, like a season longer, maybe y'all could have just taken a quick boat. But the fall air is crisp and cool on this cloudy morning, though I don't know how to make it cloudy in Tanspire. It looks bright as shit outside. I make it... Hold on, what's space? That didn't do...
Space just opens up the map.
Oh.
Green? I don't know how to do it.
It's either night or just very bright, I've
It's
noticed.
dawn. We're right at dawn.
Frozen? That's kind of cloudy, like that.
I got, the Let It Go vibes.
Yeah, let it go a little bit. Alright, there you go. So, you make your way easily enough, you're making good time, you are on track thanks to the two that are helming this expedition. Is there anything you guys would like to do during this day cycle? Or during this day before you guys hit night and make camp?
Maybe. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You first.
I was just gonna say forage for food as we go.
Okay.
DM, what time would it be by the time I finished my long rest?
You're taking a long rest?
Yeah.
It would be...
in the sack.
In the sack, Jack. It would be... let's see, a long rest is typically hours, so...
10 a.m. started, right?
It would be like early evening,
Okay.
since y'all are leaving so early.
Because I am toasted, and I'm so sorry. Remind me again. I know it's the coolest name in the world, but what is our new traveler's first name?
Galloway.
Galloway. I'm only remembering the last name. Thank you. I just needed that
For
confirmation.
those who don't know, Galloway is a stranger.
Interesting lore.
Danger.
I just like that. Anyway.
I
Gaelic?
guess Milana's just gonna try and chat with him, you know. Not anything I really need to roleplay, I guess, for the sake of time, but just try to get to know him a little more, feel out the vibe.
So Galloway, he doesn't give away too terribly much as you guys are traveling together. Explains a little bit how he's from Notholm. He's traveled over to Balverden to take up an internship that he was offered to pursue both magics and searching skills. But he doesn't let on any more and just kind of gives you very brief sentences and such.
And
so-
is just sorry, super quick question. Is asking if somebody's like a sorcerer or a wizard, is that like a common thing, or is that like not mentioned in D&D? Because I was curious as if he was the same class as me.
I don't.
Yeah,
Could
I
ask-
don't know how to go about
You
that.
could ask
That's
like how he came to learn his magic, maybe.
Like maybe
That's
ask him
true.
how he,
That's a good
how he
point.
learned his magic or
Yeah.
what kind of magic he knows or.
Right.
I guess I could just say, Galloway, how did you learn your magic? I'm curious, being a magic user myself, I guess.
Well, I decided to study it as I was growing. It's always been something that interested me and interested my father as well. So I took up the mantle, as it were. I don't know. I just spent a lot of time reading books.
Say how curious. I also inherited the gift from my father. Well, I guess he didn't inherit the gift from his father, but my father was also very curious about magic and the arcana, and that's where I decided to take it up myself. Oh my god, I'm so toasted. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop.
Well,
role-playing
sorcerers
now.
are born with their magic. Wizards have to actually learn and study it.
Damn it! I got it flipped.
This man went to school, damn it.
I
Like,
know. I'm better than him. He doesn't need to know that.
You can surmise that, since you were born with this innate, like, arcane power, from what he's saying, you can surmise that he studied a lot throughout his childhood to learn these
Okay.
things.
Interesting.
Anyway, are you guys ready to move on to just camp?
Well, I think Alvara's gonna say something real quick to Audrin. She's definitely like studying her party members as they move along, just what they do. We're still a little unfamiliar with everyone, so I think she's still a little apprehensive about everybody as well. And she's just gonna say to Audrin, you acted very swiftly when Mistani went down. Pretty interesting for someone you've only known 2 days. And she's gonna shout that from her horse, which is about like maybe 7-10 feet away from where Audrin's currently riding or walking.
So, Audrin is going to quite subtly just slow his walking pace so he kind of sidles up next to the horse she's riding on. He's going to keep his eyes on the road, not look up to her at all, and then just say, "You find it quite unusual to try and save the life of someone that's been nice to you."
I've sacrificed a lot more than you might know to save the lives of those who have been nice to me, or to avenge them at least.
Well, I'm glad to see that we're on the same page then.
I want justice. I want Arania to pay for her death. Mistani to me is extra.
How about life first, death after?
Why not both?
All right, we're on the
¿Por
same
qué
page.
no
then.
los dos?
Then you are on the same page. What the hell did I just do?
Okay. So, you make it through the first day without much trouble. You guys have stayed perfectly on track thanks to your we'll move on to the camp. You guys find a small little clearing that's like right on the forest edge towards the end of the where it looks easy enough for you to set up a little campsite. What's all your like provisions and like your traveling equipment you all have?
Oh, I have.
I have the
A plus
explorer's
6
pet.
survival. Hey.
You have a +5. You're higher than me.
And a hunting trap, apparently.
Let's see. I have a pair of compasses that could be helpful.
I've got an explorer's pack.
I made y'all a camp.
Oh, thank you.
I have 5 days rations, a bedroll, and entertainer's pack. I think comes with a.
Everyone around the fire.
Does anyone
And
have a
still
tent?
6 carrots.
I have the Dungeoneer's pack, which does not have a tent, but has rope.
Mina
Is the
usually
only one
makes
that
her
has
own
a tent
shelter.
is fucking Galloway?
Guess we're cramming into Galloway's tent or the wagon. I mean, we have the wagon, but
Give me a
I don't
moment.
know if the Explorer pack has a tent. I'll check.
Is
Double
the
check real
wagon
quick.
is the wagon covered or uncovered? By the way, is
Uncovered.
it, it's an uncovered wagon,
In fact,
just
hold
like
on.
an open kind of cart.
Here you go.
Ew. I mean, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Mayor. All right. How many people could fit in that if they wanted to sleep?
I think the tents are 2 people per tent.
Well, I meant the wagon.
Oh, the wagon.
Oh, the wagon, like 2 people at most.
Should it
What
be
about
nighttime?
Mina? Could Mina fit in the wagon with the 2 other people?
It'd be a little tight, but sure.
Yay. Five people can sleep basically. I mean, Avara just needs to trance. She doesn't really need a spot. But it's like semi-conscious state almost.
Is
I
it
do
daytime
not
or
have a
nighttime?
tent.
It is now turning into late evening. Let me just change it on over.
May Valana pass out the carrots that she stole for everybody? That she borrowed?
If you want to. I thought you only took a carrot and like one other though.
No, I decided, I said a few, but whoa, it's very dark. But then I thought, I'm gonna take more carrots. I forgot to say it, I'm sorry. I took 6 carrots.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of carrots, and I wanted them.
Let's see.
Umi
Okay.
is very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after napping for most of the day, and they're just sitting around the campfire, and they're going to turn to Galloway.
Oh my god.
So, have any good ghost stories?
I think ghosts
Mina,
might be a
turn
little
around.
little hard to talk about right now. And his eyes kind of wander off to the wagon in which the black body bag is inside of.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
With the rest of your effects.
Well, hmm.
But but enough about ghosts. Tell me about all of you guys. You all look very interesting and like you all have some kind of story. Oh, so who are you all? What are you doing in Notholm?
Should we start from the top and let everyone go around? To make it easier?
Yeah, everyone should. If maybe to make it easier, everyone should give like a little segment of whatever they want to say.
Yeah. Why don't we
Is-
start with like Audrin and then go from how our normal thing is?
Oh, like in the lineup order, like on stream.
Just because we're used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought maybe.
Down
Yeah,
the
fair.
line.
Actually,
Okay.
I like that.
All right, so
he's
Audrey, go
asking-
first.
He's asking how we ended up in Notham.
He's asking who you are and what you were doing in Notholm.
Your story, yeah.
He wants to know
Okay.
your story, who you are.
Alright, well, complicated affairs. I can only say that I was born and raised on the sea. I'd been there for some time, and well, one thing I know, I was on a ship. Next thing I know, I was in an abbey. Woke up there. So, not too much to tell. And hope that satisfies.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, I don't really think I know anyone's names. So what's your name?
Audrin, Macau.
Audrey.
Pleasure to meet you officially, Mr. Galloway.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry to have given you a false name before. It was necessary at the time. You sound like you're from Emerus. You sound like some sailors I've seen pass through.
Oh yeah? What manner of sailors we're talking about?
You know, the sea kind.
You know very much about Emerus, my friend?
I've never been there myself. I've heard there's a little, he's looking at you with like a knowing look in his eyes, but doesn't know if he should say anything or not.
So Audrin's just gonna interject and is gonna say, "Too right you are, my friend. They're the right curse of us fishermen, are us honest folks just trying to make a living on the bosom of the sea, if you know what I mean. If you stick close, I'll have a story or two for you. Promise you that much."
Oh, that'd be great. Sea bosom. And you? And he's pointing to Alvara.
My story starts in the well. And she's gonna just pause and stare at the flames briefly and just go, I'm currently live outside of Neverwinter, and that's all you really need to know about me. I'm a mage, as you saw in the magical tournament as well. And I'd rather not go into any further detail at this time. The past troubles me.
Oh, that's understandable. You said Neverwinter. That's all the way on the Sword Coast, right?
Yes.
That's quite far away. That's incredible. But you seem to have a little bit of a Fey presence around you. I've not quite seen an elf like you before.
My lineage traces back to the Feywild, actually.
That's awesome. That's totally cool. We don't see a lot of Feywild around. He's looking really as if he's like trying to like find things to relate to you guys.
Amara will give a chuckle at that, and just sort of go, yes, and much like my compatriot to the left of me, I too have many stories, I assure you.
Well, I'd love to hear him. It seems like we got some days of time worth stories. And you? And he points to Valana.
The name is Valana. I suppose I was recently residing in Waterdeep, the city, not near here, but I was studying at the various libraries there for arcane knowledge, and I suppose other personal reasons that maybe I won't go into right now. It doesn't seem the time, but my life's really not that interesting. I like magic, and I like adventure, and I don't know. Here I am. I'm sorry.
He nods and he goes,
I
"Wow,
drank too much.
another Sword Coast member. That's quite incredible. I'm curious to know how you all got here, given it's quite the travel. I've heard I've heard Waterdeep is great.
It's quite loud.
Yeah, it's quite a large city, isn't it?
I prefer the quiet countryside.
Well, there's a lot of that here in Decria anyway. It's cold, and he's just kind of looking around. You would have all noticed as well is that this type of environment that Decria is in, it's that of like a taiga.
Okay.
It's a little colder to the north. Not quite tundra, but almost.
Oh, interesting.
And you? And he points to Humi. Or I'm sorry, a halfling?
Who, me? What's it to you? Nah, but seriously, the name's
I-
Who Me. How you
I
doing?
roll from Elvara, I roll.
Because now that's just fascinating. How are you doing that?
I don't know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I was classically trained in the circus. Know all the best tricks, and well, found this lot, and been with them for what, almost a week now. Well, not quite, but I think we're gonna stay for a while.
Circus, you say? That's really fun. I know someone from the circus. Actually, this in the place that we're going to. Not the person we're going to see, but I mean they're from the circus. A
Oh,
circus.
do you know what the name of the circus is?
I never quite got that from him. He doesn't really like to talk about it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Overlap.
Does his name start with an M?
He's kind of a grumpy older drow fella.
Hmm.
He
Oh,
can be quite
What is
funny.
this? Is this a reference?
No, I was making
There
I
might
was
be
making a
overlap.
critical role joke.
He can be quite funny at times, but well, especially with his pranks and but talk much about personal matters.
huh. Interesting you would say that. Huh. So, hey, Mina, I think you're up now.
Oh, me?
This comes fucking tumbling out of the backpack.
Oh,
Well,
Alana
I'm
finally
outside
hands
of the
her her
backpack at
carrot.
this point. Thank
The
you.
fire, face the fire.
No, I must.
Nina looks away from everyone. I don't like to look at people.
Nina's
when
looking
talking
out
to
into the void.
I always forget how to rotate the creature.
It's
here.
alt.
Oh yeah, I'll left click while you're holding them.
Well, I was originally from the Feywild, and I don't know. I wanted to go exploring. So I left, and then, well, after a while, I died, and then I ended up here with you guys.
Died.
Uh, yeah.
Maybe we should have
It's a
mentioned.
complex. It's been a little complicated.
Avara's gonna jump in here and just go, like died spiritually. She had a sort of
No.
reawakening.
No, not at
I
all. We
died.
call her Lucky.
I died.
Avara's gonna put her face in her hands. She goes, just like, fuck, god damn it, this group.
I woke up at the Abbey, and then that's how I got to know all these guys, and eventually made my way here.
See, well, I guess this is quite the time to be venturing around in Nishana. I wish you could have seen it, before all this. I'm sorry that you died.
I didn't die here. I died at. Actually, I don't know where exactly I died.
Oh, okay.
It's been a weird few days. I'm gonna be honest.
Understandably so. And you? Any points to numbers?
Yeah. Numbers. He's never felt so connected to people before. Hearing all these backstories and where these people are from and like his traveling companions, it's fascinating to him. Considering he doesn't know or remember much of anything. Uh, Aloud, he basically says, "Well, I I'm quite new to this area, you could say, at least in memory. I can't seem to recall a life beforehand or how I ended up here exactly. Just memories of being floating in the water and figures above me. I think I was naked. And then I passed out and traveled for a bit through a forest, I think. After that, I black out and woke up in this full plate armor next to Audrin in the Abbey. This is my only signifier, and I point to my shoulder plate where it is etched 127. Um, the numbers on his plate.
Galloway looks at it and he goes, "Now that's quite fascinating. Quite the case of amnesia, it sounds like." Well,
Hmm.
the place we're going has a lot of knowledge and research. Maybe it might help kind of jumpstart something for you, like
Hmm.
help maybe recover some things lost.
Yeah, I seem to have innate knowledge of certain things and other uh, symbols, divine symbols, seem to resonate with me somehow. It doesn't all quite make sense to me yet, but I would be curious to learn more.
Well, I'd be sure to at least lend you a hand in what I can, though I don't know much about what you're talking about. But that's amazing to
Well,
hear. You guys all seem like such a well-knit party. I had thought you were like some kind of adventuring group that had kind of made their way in. The way you guys fought together was quite fun to be a part of, honestly.
And what's
Well,
your story, Galloway?
Oh, great.
Beyond
Um,
your mother's. I want to hear it from someone beyond your mother.
well, as my mother, I guess, does what mothers do, but so my name's Galloway, Galloway Grimm. I'm from Notholm, born and raised. Um, like I had mentioned to Miss Valana before, but I had always been intrigued by the arcane energies of this world, like my father had been. And I decided to kind of follow in his footsteps to see what's kind of going on behind the scenes with him. I didn't really get to actually. I just know stories of. And I'm sure you noticed my mother's, like me, kind of looks off to the distance a little bit. It's kind of bright yellow eyes, kind of flickering a little. It says, "I'm very fortunate to have been raised in a town that's understanding it, especially given the presence of Molly Meadows and Donnie. Quite lovely people, and I think they changed several hearts. as they grew down and got to know everyone. This is a little bit of an important, but not everywhere's like that. It's hard. And he kind of gestures to himself, around the general public. It's kind of frowned upon, as I've come to find out. I have a vague understanding why I am this, but what I'm trying to do, I guess in my own personal journey, is to figure out what my father was trying to do, how that affected. And he kind of looks around you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Interesting.
Resonates with Valana because of her past. She was listening intently to that.
But where we're going, is quite nice. We're going to Balverden, as you know, but luckily, because of all the studying I've been doing, I managed to land an internship, with, Lady Thorn of Balverden, which I'm sure you've heard of, right? And he's kind of looking around. Well, I mean, some of you surely not, because you're not from here. You know,
Right, of course. Lady
Can
Thorn.
Can I
roll,
roll
can I-
history?
Yeah, same.
anyone from either proficient in history or from Ashana may.
Okay. What a good day to be proficient in history,
20 for
potentially.
modern.
Where did my thing go?
Nice 20. Nice flaccid 20. A
Oh!
natural
Blasted
20.
I rolled
Nat
a 24.
20!
Ignore
Can we
the
get some in
second
the
one. The second one was an
chat?
accident.
No,
Okay.
that nat is.
Yeah, wow.
So
I know
you
it
will-
better.
You all know, though, while you've never been to Balverden yourself, you've heard. Milana, I'll say you've heard this from just some research that you had been doing back in what? It's from random books and tomes that you vaguely heard of this world of Ashana, and a little bit about the nobility that such. Balverden and whom you know, you've heard in your travels that Balverden is a little unlike other places in that it is ruled by 5 different families, each of which has their own kind of specialities and their own opinions on things. You can surmise that this is from one of them. Heard of the family Thorn before?
And that was who, me, and who?
That was all of you. That
Okay.
rolled.
Now, Galloway. How familiar are you in matters of secret organizations?
He kind of looks like he's starting to like look a little nervous at that, and he goes, "I think I might know a thing or two." Why?
Kumi is going to whisper. Have you ever heard of the menagerie?
He nods at this, and he goes, "It's funny you mentioned that because I had actually been keeping an eye out on you guys since you. I might have placed a note under one of your.
It was him.
Ah, you little
From the-
scamp.
It was
one.
you.
You see, I'm part of Madame Thorne's other project. I guess you could call. This investigative society, this research underground society. It gets a lot of bad rap because, you know, as soon as a name has power, a lot of people try to use it to their advantage, even though they don't really know what they're talking about. It's kind of spread a little farther and wider than at least I personally thought. But I can assure you, these are no murderers or slavers or anything you might have heard bad about it.
Can I roll insight on that to see?
And he says there's power in a name,
Also
and
like
sometimes
to.
people use that to their advantage. But I guarantee you that while this is a little under the law, Madame Thorne means for the best, and as maybe I should just let you talk to yourselves. I might be saying too much. I might be not saying enough. Oh, and he looks quite contemplative right now.
Well, what are you researching then?
So I have for insight, I have a 19 from Alvara, a 17 from Numbers, a 15 from Humi, and a flaccid 20 from Valana.
Yep.
What's a 20?
All of you can tell that he is being quite truthful.
Okay, his organization's not nefarious in any way based on what we can glean.
Yeah, based on what you can tell, he
Okay.
truly means that this organization means actual harm.
This isn't like the Zentarim or anything. This is like... Okay.
At least, to his knowledge,
Right.
Okay.
From what we can tell
from
from
what
him.
he's saying
Got it.
to you.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you.
So, just to be clear, if you saw an exotic, citizen of the Feywilds, as a changeling, or a fairy, or, jesters to Alvara, you
Aladdin.
wouldn't, yes, you change colors with the seasons. At least I think.
Alvara just narrows her eyes at you. It's a lot more complicated than that.
So we're not going to be put in cages, correct?
No, I'm not trying to capture you guys. I thought you guys looked interesting and powerful, and might be good people to have, on our side or with us. And I guess timing just what it is, just kind of ended up this way. But do believe I know people within the menagerie that might be able to help us, at least with Nani. Lady Thorn, I'm sure, at least knows somebody, if not be able to do it herself. She has to.
Well, as long as I'm not trading one gilded cage for another, I'm fine with this.
I promise you, with his cross my heart and hope to die, I am not capturing you. And he makes like a little gesture as he crosses over his heart and lines his hand up.
Oh,
Humi is going to take out their violin and
I
start
like it.
playing a little melody for the crew.
I will say, as this is all happening, who would like to be the person, or I will either let one person do it with advantage or two people to keep the watches of the night for these travels.
I would be interested in taking a watch. I
I
managed to
would
sleep
too.
through most of the day.
I'm gonna say this: Alvara needs only 4 hours of sleep. A long rest, she still needs like 8 hours of relaxation, but she only needs 4 hours of sleep with the trance, and she's gonna be semi-conscious anyway. So I think it would make sense for her to take a watch.
Humi's been sleeping all day too, napping in the car. I mean, they're pretty bushy-tailed right now.
Okay, so either one person can do it with advantage or two people to do it. So who y'all agreeing?
I have a pretty good perception roll, so I can.
All
I
right,
can
you
do
guys,
one.
you two can do it then. I'll be semi-conscious though, so
All
probably
right.
spring to action pretty quick if you need anything, and I'll relay something to that effect in character.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
And Galloway, just kind of leads off with saying, "But you guys are all really cool, and I'm really happy that we can at least make this journey together, although under some very macabre circumstances. You guys are like an awesome team. I don't even know what to call you guys. You guys could make headlines."
We've only met each other a few days ago.
Humi's go flick their hair back. I've been making headlines for ages.
I believe it. Especially being that of the circus, I bet you were on front and center on the posters.
Humi's go give him a win.
But I don't know. I was just thinking. I think you guys really have something going here. I'm excited to at least be able to guide you at least this far and be part of it from afar.
Numbers is beaming at the idea that we're a team.
Oh.
Aw.
While
What
this
are
is
these?
happening, can both either you two can either choose to roll for perception individually or one do it with advantage. Better watch.
You
what
roll
is
with
your...
advantage. I
Okay.
have 1. You are a drone, after all.
Oh.
Good thing you got advantage. You also have that inspo, don't forget, in case you need to use it.
True.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use my
Yeah.
inspiration here.
Rolling.
I can't roll
2
4.
and then a 1.
I can't roll badly 4 times in a row now, can I?
All right, that's
Oh,
not bad.
okay.
Okay.
17.
And with using inspiration in this, do I roll with advantage a second time?
Nope,
Or...
just that once. Okay, give me 1 second. Have to pull out my box here.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Mina, as the night continues on and everyone begins to enjoy their conversation, sit around the campfire, and eventually, as such, make their way into whatever sleeping arrangements they have, given as Galloway is the only one who has brought a tent. As everyone begins to settle down for the evening, it's taking you and Humi together are taking watch as everyone surround you. Alvara is conscious with you, resting in her own way.
Semi-conscious, yeah.
Semi-conscious. The night passes pretty easily. The only thing you notice, really, Mina, is family of black bears passing through.
How far away from the campsite?
Decently far away. Not within like they're gonna come distance.
Okay.
They're just passing through. They're looking to this area. See that there's people passing.
Alrighty.
But that's all. It's an uneventful night. The night passes easily enough. And if you choose, you can end the night here and then awake.
Umi is
Oh.
going to look over to Mina. So, you fairy types are all about animals, right? Are you a dog person?
I've never really had a dog, though I have heard of them. We
Hmm.
have some interesting things in the Feywild.
I miss my dog.
You had a dog? What kind?
It was a blink dog. Being impossible to catch at times, but we were thick as thieves.
I don't think I've ever heard of a blink dog before. What makes them different, unique?
Well, so one time I was playing fetch with them, and I threw a red ball as far as I could throw. And, Shift is a bit lazy. So, Shift gets up on his legs and just teleports there, picks up the ball, teleports back, and then slumps down. He's a good dog. I
Sounds
do
really
miss him.
cool. I'm sorry he isn't around.
Hmm.
Where do you usually find blink dogs?
That's a good question. I think they're part of the Feywilds, if I'm not mistaken, but I mean, being from the carnival, I just kind of
Should I roll
literally went
a...
through.
Should I roll a
You can
check to
roll.
see if I...
Yeah, roll history on that and see if you can recall any information about blink dogs being.
why is this being weird?
Come on, Mina. Okay. So with a 15, Mina. Yeah, you do recall that blink dogs are indeed from the Feywild, though while still not super common therein. You have seen them once or twice. They're a little different than regular dogs in a, but
Okay.
they're large and they blink in and out, almost Dimension Door style, as they kind of go about. A lot of people you remember seeing, those that did have them, saw them being trained and kind of tamed with small silver whistles.
Interesting.
Ah, where have we seen one of those?
Um, Can I mentally draw the connection?
Yeah, you could. You could surmise.
Actually, that reminds me. I do think I've seen them before. They were being tamed somehow using small silver whistles, almost like this one, and I'm gonna pull it out and offer it to Humi to inspect.
Huh. Do I have to roll investigation, or will I just know because
No,
of certain strange animals and...
yeah, this whistle looks familiar to you. This looks like a whistle that you might have asked
Hmm.
of your own.
Huh, yeah, this is one of them. Huh. Do you mind if I add who made gestures towards blowing the whistle?
No, go for it. I was actually gonna give it to you.
Aw, Nina. Okay, so Humi is going to stand up, and they're going to use their shape-shifting ability to take in twice as much air.
Oh my god, they fucking loot style.
And they are
The chest
blowing as
puffs up.
hard as they can into this whistle.
Okay. Humi, roll a d6 for me.
D6.
Ooh.
Uh, hmm. I...
Okay. So, Humi, you blow as big as you can into this small little whistle that has the ingredients on it. And as you do, Mina, you don't hear a sound, but Humi, you almost feel like you can hear just the softest whistle coming. Just the faintest of sounds. But as you look around, nothing there.
Hmm.
Wait around 5, 10 minutes. Nothing shows. But you did, for a brief, hear the whistle take.
Huh. I'm just gonna hold on to this for now, I suppose.
Go for it. I think you can make more use of it than I can.
Thank you. I do appreciate this. Also, if you ever want to, take a nap in the pack, anytime.
I was actually meaning to ask you. I have some knowledge of music, but I've only ever used this pan flute, and I'm gonna take out a pan flute. Do you think maybe one day you can teach me a bit more on, how to like, I don't know, make music
Of
while we're
course.
on the road?
I know a variety of instruments.
Like,
Humi is going to take out their harmonica. If you want to start with the wind instruments, it's a bit easy. Well,
I don't, I don't know how good I am. Maybe it'd be best to wait until morning so we don't wake the others.
fair enough. But, if you ever do see a piano on the road, I'll show you my skill with the ivory keys.
I remember my grandfather always used to talk about like adventures and how it was very common for people to like sing songs to make the time go by faster when they were on the road.
Hmm. I think I could stir up some musical enchantments for our trip.
I look forward to that.
I do too.
Okay. So, do you all end the night here?
Uh, yeah, Alvara's just
Yeah.
gonna do 4 hours of light activity because well, she does need 8 hours still to long rest. The trance she only needs 4, so she's after that initial 4, she's just gonna like sit in camp, look over her spell scrolls. The moon right now is it still waning?
It looks like within the next day it'll be a new moon.
Great. Okay. So yeah, so she'll just look over her spell scrolls, particularly one scroll she's kind of studying pretty intently, before the rest of the party wakes up, and she's just doing that in camp while whoever's on watch stays on watch.
Okay. So
Um,
as you... Oh, Valana?
I was just gonna say she tries to sneak into the tent because she's cold. Does she have? Can I roll like a?
I
To
will
see
just
if
say
that?
you can successfully crawl in
Yes.
without making too much noise.
I'm just gonna be in the corner, but it's cold out here, so I want to be in the tent, and I don't like bugs.
Okay, so sleep finds you all. Your night passes through without much trouble, with whom you on watch, and then Alvara soon after. And soon, morning finds you all. As you can begin your expedition 2 days more time towards Balverden. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Hey,
Nice
That was
one.
fantastic. That
Yeah.
felt like it went by way too quickly, I'm going to be honest.
It did go by pretty fast, honestly. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like it's only been like 30 minutes at most.
Sometimes it be that way.
Yeah, the break felt like it came very quickly. I thought it felt like we
Mhm.
just started, and I was like, "Whoa, okay."
I did do the break a little earlier, just that way we had enough time to like get through just a day's worth of travel.
Mm.
I feel like
Still,
it was very well timed.
Yeah, good pacing.
Right, I'm
Mhm.
glad. I'm glad. So let's go down the line. Audrin?
Okay. Well, it's a tricky one. I think I'll give it to Alvara, though, for very fun character interactions and for clever and keen paying attention of character beats.
Thank you.
Hey, Elvira.
I really liked Humi and Mina's conversation, but I think I'm gonna give the inspo to Numbers this week. I think Steve had interesting stuff too regarding his little character tidbits and interactions, and like kind of his appreciation towards various things that were happening, like his character expressions and stuff too. I thought were good.
Thank you.
Valana?
I am going to give it to Alvara this time because I did appreciate, even though she threw us all under the bus about eating breakfast, I did appreciate, or I do always appreciate the questions that she asks. They're good questions, and she figures things out very quickly, oftentimes before we do, because she'll think of the right things to ask before we do. And without letting her emotions get in the way, she'll find oftentimes the more logical side of things or the more logical way to do things, and it is helpful to hear that side, you know, if you are letting like your emotion cloud you or your character's emotion cloud you per se. It's good to have that other side to reflect upon. It's a good balance.
All right. Humi?
I'm going to be kind of diametrically opposed to Valana on this one. I'm gonna say Audrin. He's letting his feelings guide his actions. He's letting his true hero out. Against
yeah.
Noble, and I mean, he sprung to action as soon as he could, and also amazing perception check to keep us on track.
Indeed.
Your perception is insane. Like, the rogue, this just goes to show how fucking busted rogues can be sometimes.
Nice.
They
The
really are.
expertise.
Rogues do get shit talked for a little bit of stuff like this.
But no, it's fucking cool. Like, it's making me want to play a rogue in the next campaign I actually get to play in.
I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah, they're really great.
It's all inspiring me. Like, honestly, you all inspire me for characters I want to play in the future. This has been great. Ina?
I'm honestly gonna give mine to Humi because I really enjoyed that interaction as we were keeping watch. I love learning about character backstory, and I feel like that was a very meaningful conversation.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Alright, and Numbers?
I think I'm gonna give it to Alvara for pushing the story and playing their character.
Alrighty. So, player inspiration for the week is given to Miss Alvara. Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Soon I will be posting up over on the Discord the community inspiration poll where everyone that's watching and anyone in the Discord can vote to give the next player inspiration. We have, we give away one at the beginning of each episode, so vote on over on Discord if you want to be part of that. So thank you so much everyone for joining tonight. The only last announcement I have to make is that I will be doing a stream same time tomorrow, 7 o'clock tomorrow night for my birthday. Hey. I'm gonna be streaming Paper Mario 64 for fun.
Hell yeah!
Here we go.
Everybody log on and make her take a shot for every year.
Oh god.
For
One for
every
good luck.
day.
Oh god. Don't do that. But yeah, no, so I'll be streaming tomorrow if anyone wants to play some Paper Mario and hang out. But thanks so much everyone for joining. This was a great session tonight, y'all.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
This was
Nice
honestly, I
Yeah.
had so much fun.
Alright,
Thank you,
gang.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. We'll catch y'all next week. Bye bye.
Catch ya.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.